everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I live in the mountains of Wyoming and my name is Nico. I am a full-time nurse and I consider myself a full-time eBay reseller. My sales right now don't show it because I've had one too many vacations to Canada and one too many, just things going on, and pretty soon your listings aren't up and your sales are down. So I better get with it if I want to be considered full-time still. So anyway, life is good. As far as eBay is concerned, I woke up this morning and of course I had to be to work by 6. So I was just listing a few things last night and this morning, and I wake up to this feedback that said, I don't even have what the original one said on this negative feedback. It was something about the shoes, fell apart when I got them. So I immediately messaged the buyer. I'm like, we have free refunds, we'll just send them back, no big deal. And I sent a revision request. And so then he revised the feedback to say, refund my $23.85 and I will agree. And refund is spelled wrong. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, and I almost did it. And then I thought, I better check into this. I better just get on eBay for business or whatever. And when I went to do that, I realized that this is a sale where they never even paid for the shoes. So the shoes can't be broken and flawed if I never sent the shoes because you never paid for the shoes. So I'm super confused on this order and why they're leaving me a negative. I'm assuming they mixed me up with the person that they did end up going ahead and buying the shoes from. So anyway, I'm working with eBay for business. I think since the negative feedback says refund my $23.85 and I will agree, that I'm not going to have any problems, and especially since they can look and see that, I offered the refund, and then plus, it wasn't even a real sale. So I'm dealing with that, and then I have a second one in the same day. This is how life goes when you have to go to work and you don't have time to take care of this stuff. It's a sweater that I sent, and she said she found a hole that I had not disclosed, which is fine. It's probably true. We all miss things. But in her negative, she said the seller was open to returning it right away. So in other words, she did really good, but I'm still going to leave and slam this person with a negative. So that one, I don't know what to do with. I'll get the sweater back. I'll look at it. I'll figure it out. I'm hoping that I can still somehow get that removed by working with the buyer. But anyway, you know how it goes when you're really, really busy or on vacation, then some of these things happen. But life is good. Work was just, a little bit slower paced, so that was good for a change. Tomorrow's Monday, so I'm sure it won't be, and I need to be to work by 6 a.m. So let's go and get this shipping done. I want to go relax for about an hour after I get this done, and then I need to be in bed fairly early so that I can, be to work by 6 a.m. again. I'm working a lot this week, guys, but it's part of the plan, and as long as I can just do my little hours here and there of eBay on the days I work. I do have 8 listings scheduled between tonight and tomorrow morning, so Monday is pretty well taken care of. I have some nicer things going in as far as items being launched, so I don't really have to worry about listing in the next 24 hours. I just need to ship. So we are at 18 orders for $575.84, and I shipped on Friday, but I did not ship on Saturday. So this is since Friday afternoon, and it's Sunday afternoon. So let's see, to Saturday to Sunday. So it's about 48 hours worth of orders. So not too bad. I'll take it. All right, so this I had just listed literally a few hours before it sold. Let me find it here. This is a Sims shirt. It is a men's XL. These things always sell really, really well for me, especially in camo prints or unique prints. This is a fishing brand, if you aren't aware of that. Surprisingly, living in Wyoming, I wasn't finding Sims. I was not aware of it until I heard somebody talking about it. You would think that I would be the one person who would have known about this, but I've only known about this brand about a year. So they did use my 25% off coupon, so it sold for $29.99. And then with the discount, but the shipping added on, it is $35.38. Boy, it's warm in here. It's actually kind of rainy and thundery outside. My little puppy down here is not real happy with the thunder. So he is exactly under my feet. So if you see me walking funny, I promise it's not me. It's because my dog insists on being right under my feet. And my husband's been home with him all day, but I've been gone. Okay, this is going overseas too. Oh, and of course I feel like I have to sneeze. Sorry, guys. Boy, excuse me. This video is just, I don't know if it's meant to happen. We're going to continue on. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. All right, so this is going overseas. I charged $6.99 for the shipping, and my only responsibility is to get this to Glendale Heights, Illinois, and so it's going to cost $4.20, and it does say Monday, September 11th, which, that's a sad day to remember. I'm sure if I were home that I would be, you know, not able to help myself, but watching some of the news about the recollections of September 11th, so kind of a very, very rough day to remember. On a better note, my daughter's birthday is on September 9th, and they say that more people have birthdays on September 9th than any other day on the map. And my mom's birthday is on Christmas. She's a Christmas Eve baby. I'm sorry, not a Christmas Day baby. She is a Christmas Eve baby. And I guess on Christmas Day, that's the least amount of people who have a baby. So maybe especially with, you know, planned times that you can have your baby now, maybe Christmas Day is certainly not one that someone would choose. And maybe September 9th is. I don't know. But my daughter shares her birthday with many, many, many people, apparently. All right. This is a San Angelo quick mount gun rack. Now, this is a vintage item. And I do have it wrapped because the box itself is vintage. So I'm sorry that I can't show it to you. But you can go look it up in either my solds, or you can just Google that, or not Google it, but bring it up on eBay. No one's going to have a San Angelo gun rack except me selling right this minute. So we've had this about 2 months, and it finally sold for $49.33 plus shipping, so $66.21. All right. So let me step over my dog here. All right, 2 pounds, 8 ounces. So yeah, I've been helping my daughter look for apartments in Denver. She accepted a position there, and so I spent a lot of time just helping her try to look, and that was fun last night. But I'm hoping she picks the right one, picks a safe one. She's kind of on a budget, so that makes it a little bit harder. This gun rack is going to Memphis, Tennessee. So this was a sealed vintage truck rack. And this brand is pretty rare and for some reason desirable. So look up the San Angelo gun rack if you're interested. You might find it in a vintage pile somewhere. And it's going to cost $10.03, and I charged $11. So, and it does say September 11th on it. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure it's updated till tomorrow. My husband will take these to the mail tomorrow, and because I'll be at work. So he'll actually take the mail for me. If he had had more time and been home today, I would have come home and all these would have been pulled for me, which is great. He tries to do that as often as he can. But he's been at church all day. I had to miss church today for work. Not my favorite part of the nursing job, and it's actually one of the reasons that I really, really not only had to pray about the nursing, but I have to continue to pray about, you know, how long can I, you know, we're trying to be a family here and go to church together, do things together. So how sustainable is it when, I miss a lot of church, I miss a lot of things. Right now, we feel like it's fine. The people at church are fine with it. They understand because of where we live. So many of us who live here have to commute and have to do other things. So they get it, and they want nurses in the community. So no one else is saying anything. It's just my own thoughts sometimes of how crazy my life is sometimes. But I do try to remember that I still feel like it's a first world problem. Having to work really, really hard and work some crazy hours. To me, it still is a first world problem. So I'm trying to keep it in perspective, but I'm not saying that I won't get burnt out eventually and change my mind. But for now, I had a really good day at work, and I really didn't feel guilty about missing church. I missed church, and I wished I could have been there. But they also have people come to the nursing home and do services. So one of the pastors I know and his wife came up there to do their service today. So I visited with them, and it was fine. This is a really nice jacket. This is a Covello jacket. If you ever see Covello and you're willing to, deal with wool items. Sorry, I have this in front of my face. That's a great thing. I'm trying to find the tag for you guys. Now that I know about this brand, let me get it so you can see it. Now that I know about this brand, I actually find it more than you would think. I think this is my third or fourth piece since I've known about the brand. It's kind of easy to spot once you know it. It's usually a boiled wool type fabric. And then it's always really nicely embellished or embroidered. It's almost like an art to wear brand. And I do really well. I do have to hold it a little bit, but it does have its own following. So let's see what I ended up taking. I had this at about $80, but I've had this a while, and so I decided to go ahead and take $50 plus shipping, so $66.61 all in. So let me see where this is going here. So this is going to Omaha, Nebraska. So very, very cute. So in my title, I have Covello jacket, women's size 12, black floral paintbrush embroidery boiled wool. And there aren't that many pieces of Covello at any given time. So if you go to Terapeak, which is free on eBay, you can almost always find, a pretty similar one. All right, this weighs 1 pound 15, which since it's going to Nebraska, doesn't really matter. It's going to be cheap. So I charged $12.25, and this is going to cost $7.35. And I think it's ready to go. I was just near Omaha a few weeks ago when I was on my vacation. That's the direction that we took to get to Canada because I dropped my dad off in Michigan. So just got through seeing friends who live right around Omaha. I've got to work a couple night shifts this week, which I don't mind. I have especially one friend who is a CNA friend of mine who I worked with years ago in nursing. And so she'll be there, so it'll be fun. But I got to gear myself up on Friday. I got to switch for a couple of days and work nights and then sleep on Sunday and then go to church Sunday night because we have an event that I want to be at. And so that'll be a little bit stressful, but everyone who works where I work, it's just kind of what we have to do, so that's the thing. But I'm kind of trying to psych myself up for it. This is a Ghostbusters card game. It's Renegade Studios. And I have New, Daryl Andrews, Bauer, and Sealed. And this is something I'm splitting with my son. And, that gun rack, I think I said it, but I'm splitting that with my son. That was his consignment item. This is his consignment item. This is something I believe he bought for Amazon. And then Amazon either removed it or it dropped in price. And he decided just to eBay it. So we had several of these. This finally sold for $18 plus shipping. So $30.02. 72 cents for the Ghostbusters little kind of card game. 1 pound, 2 ounces. So this is going to Springfield, Ohio, and I charged $9.99, and it's going to cost $9.17. I've got to find something to eat tonight. I ate some stuff at work. I ate a banana. I ate, let me see if my camera's good here. Sorry. Now I think you're seeing too much of my, this thing slips. I've got to maybe tape it on there. Sorry, I hope you weren't seeing like, oh man. I'm afraid to watch the video and see what you were seeing. But anyway, I think it's okay now. I'm going to tape this a little bit more. So anyway, I got to find something to eat that's not too heavy, because then I'm going to go to bed like literally right afterwards. But I am hungry, and I got to kind of hit the ground running tomorrow. So I got to figure something out. I had a banana. I had a few chips, not even a bag of chips, just like a little sandwich bag of chips, potato chips. Then I had a little bit of leftover like goulash, like about this much today. And then I think that's all I had at work all day. So I am hungry. It's time to eat. All right, let's get to the next one here. That's the problem. If I just went to bed like you should, and because I'm not starving, if I just went to bed, like I should, then I would be really thin. That's what I really should do. All right, this is Sergio Tacchini pants, I believe. What are these? I've had these a while. Okay, so these are a pair of pants. They are women's size 8 green. These are, vintage track pants. And, these are really popular right now. They would be much more popular if it had the track jacket. But still, this brand, let me show you the brand before I get ahead of myself. And excuse my fingernails. You have to know now that as a nurse, I can't really have long fingernails, and I can put some clear polish on them, but really, if you're trying to be safe and you don't want goo up your fingernails, then really there's not a whole lot I can do with my nails. That's one thing I don't like about nursing. But, on my days off, I could paint them. So, like, I could have them painted right now if I wanted to. So, here it is, Sergio Tacchini. Make sure that you're seeing this, because this is a bolo. Sergio Tacchini, especially if you see a 2-piece in that, go ahead and grab it. I sold this one pair of, track pants for $32.18. They did use my 25% off coupon and my promoted listing promotion. That's how they found it. So it's $32.73 all in. And we'll see, on vintage pants, I measure them. I do think the returns are higher on vintage type stuff. So we'll see, but I'm going to send it out anyway. So yeah, not bad for a bins pickup item. Okay, this is 11.8 ounces, so I'm going to put 12. This is going to Washington, D.C. I charged $6.75, and it's going to cost $5.17. Whew. I'm so glad. I've got 3 clearance items on here, at least 3, and I'm so glad they're going. They're really low dollar sales, but I am really glad that these are just getting out of here. All right, let's get to the next one. This is one of them. Actually, I have to look. I thought I had a combined sale that eBay did not pick up. Let me look here. I thought I just happened to notice it. Okay, no, it does say repeat buyer buy it. So that is good. So at least it warned me, and I think I just have one repeat buyer thing today. All right, so this is $36.24. This is a women's Lands' End sweatshirt. And, I was doing that volume business for a while, and I did make money, without a doubt, because I did sell a ton of stuff like this, just a simple Lands' End shirt. in the $10 range plus shipping. You know, especially if you're power listing hundreds and hundreds of items a week, you are going to sell these in the $10 range. And so it did work, but now that I'm not doing that and I don't have a lot of these, you know, brands in my store, I just can't move this at all. So I've had this for a long time. I finally took $2.84 plus shipping, so $9.23. And Lands' End, I just don't pick it up unless it's truly vintage and truly like kind of a rare fishing piece. Then I'll pick it up. Otherwise, I don't know why. It might just be me. I just can't seem to get rid of it. And I know this was just a plain old sweatshirt, so that has something to do with it. This I charged $6.95, and it's going to cost $5.04 to ship this out. All right, got one bag down, guys. I just wanted to get this done. I normally get up between 3:30 and 4 in the morning, and you would think you would be tired, but my job is very active, so I'm honestly really not tired at work. So normally I wake up at 3:30 or 4, but I just didn't want this hanging over my head. Sometimes since I go to bed so early, when you're going to bed at like 9 o'clock sometimes, for me, if I have too much weighing on my head, then I just can't sleep. And so I want to make sure I can have a good night's sleep and show up ready to do my job tomorrow, right? All right, this is an Eddie Bauer vest. Let's see here. I have actually a lot of low dollar items, a lot of under $10 items. Quite a few, I would say actually 5 or 6. So this is $32.64. Okay, so this Eddie Bauer vest, this isn't as low as you know, some of them. This is $14.21 plus shipping, so $21.54. And it's a nice kind of quilted goose down vest, but I do have read in the title. Let me see why. There is something with this. The tag is shown on the item with the size. However, for best fit, oh, there are a few small spots on the front. They are light but visible. So they must have been so light that I missed them at the bins when I picked this up. So, sorry, my tape gun is stuck to my bag. All right, so $21.54 all in because they did use my coupon. But this is an old item, $32.64, and I'm on the $59.70. So about 2,700 items ago, which I would estimate, that means that I've had this at least a year and a half, if not longer. And it is a nice size. It's an XL, but just mentioning those little tiny faint stains makes it so that it just didn't want to sell. Okay, watch out, little buddy. Okay, 1 pound, 2 ounces. Let's see where we're at. Okay, this is going to Santa Barbara, California, which is great. I charged $9.95, and it's only going to cost $7.85 since it's close to me. We've got quite a bit more to go, guys. We got a Christian Dior jacket. I've got a lot of things. I'm going to write that down so I know what to put. Sometimes I pack all this out and then I go to pick the title for the video and I'm like, what is in those packages? I don't even know. So I'm going to write that down while I'm waiting for this. Okay, so this is a good sale too. This is one of my better sales. This is a Christian Dior jacket, and I'm trying to get to it so I can read it to you. It's a blazer size 12. It is wool, and it is vintage, and it's made in the USA. And I don't know if you can see that. Let me see here. You can, oh yeah, you can see it really well actually, except for this. This is actually like a leopard or a, yeah, kind of a leopard print. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, it's pretty distinctive. Christian Dior can kind of be hit or miss. I had this higher for a while, but I finally took $70 plus shipping, so $79.75. And this is the kind of stuff that I'm trying to limit myself to. You know, instead of having all these $5 sales that I'm going to have today to show you that they ended up not selling, I had to clearance them. If I can just stick to this kind of stuff, then I can have both incomes. I can't be a full-time nurse and have a bunch of $10 and $15 sales. I just can't figure out how to do that. Because then if you start hiring people to help you, then that gets too expensive on low-dollar items. It's not that I'm against it. It's just that, you know, the way my life is, I have this other skill, and I really had to pray about what I should do. And I figured that I can pretty much have my same nursing or my same eBay salary if I really am just very, very careful what I sell. That's what I'm trying to find out if it works. We'll find out together if it's going to work or not. But the early signs show that it is going to work. So this is going to Boston, Massachusetts. I charge $9.75. It's going to cost $8.30. So yeah, I think I still have a month or two though to completely purge my store of the low end items, and then all of this kind of stuff. And the other item, what was the other item I had that was higher price? But anyway, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, there's eBay for Business getting back to me on my phone. I'll deal with them as soon as we're off of here. That's really, usually they help me if it's a clear case. They used to help me, I gotta reprint this. They used to help me all the time, no matter what kind of a negative it was, even if the negative was vague and they had to go look it up, and they could maybe, you know, they would never say, well, this, you know, is the customer's right to leave this, but now they do that a lot more. So I don't really use eBay for Business on Facebook as much as I used to. I tend to just try to call eBay if it's really something like that. Let's see, I'm going to go this way. Okay, perfect. But we'll see what they say this time. This one is so obvious, I can't imagine them saying no. All right, let me check my camera here. I feel like I have to keep checking to make sure it's in the right position. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's try that. Okay, this is an Athleta blouse. This is another one of my good sales, and I'm really happy with. You would think, well, just Athleta, that would be one of the lower dollar items. But actually, this Athleta shirt is very, very un-Athleta looking to me. It's actually kind of more like a shirt jacket. So when at the bins, you know, this thing is in there. And I think very few people are thinking that it's Athleta. It just, maybe other people see Athleta that way, but I don't. I don't see it as a long sleeve kind of button front shirt. So anyway, this is Athleta. It does not have a style name that I could find. So I just put it as a small black textured shirt jacket nylon stretch blend. And the small is the only reason I thought, should I even pick that up? And it seems like I Google lensed it and found that some of these were doing well, but I could not find the exact style name. And so anyway, it was 25% off with my coupon. And so all in, it's $46.16. So I'm really happy with that kind of sale. I hope that that's what I can do and only have 10 of these type of things. That's my goal. Don't do anything else. All right, this is going to Broomfield, Colorado. Everything's going close. California, Colorado, Omaha. This is great. I charge $9.75 and it's going to cost $8.30. On the priority padded flat, I'm sure you know it doesn't make a difference how close the sale is, but on the first class or the ground advantage, it makes a huge difference. Gonna have to change this ink cartridge too soon. Tommy Copper. Let's see, this is a clearance sale. When I looked this up, I thought this was like a $15 to $20 shirt, but I've had this a very long time, and then it also says Read in the title. So I think that's actually what it is that there's a small flaw on it. But people really like these Tommy Copper shirts. It's just kind of like the bracelets, I guess. So here's what it looks like, and then you can see the logo. So without the flaw, I believe that this is an easy $15 to $20. So keep an eye out for that. And I think this just had some like markings that did not come out. Anyway, I keep sticking my tape gun to my bag. So I took $5 plus shipping, so $12.57 just to get it going, get it out of my store. Not something that I would ever list again. I would either donate it back or I would try to get rid of it on consignment is what I'm doing now. Okay, this is 10.3, so I'm going to do 11. This is going to Fort Pierce, Florida, and I charged $6.75. It's going to cost $5.17. I need to find the two that go together, so I'm looking for one of those. I think this might be it. I've got to get back to my screen and double check. Okay, we have 8 more to go. One of them is a combined order. So let's see. I have, yes, these two go together. So this is a combined order, a goorin hat, but they didn't pay for them together, unfortunately. So now I've got to ship them together and then send a little refund if they're due one. So this is a Goorin Brothers hat. I actually do okay with these. I used to sell them up myself, but I have my friend up the street with the Western kind of store. He would just have bought this, or I would have just taken it to the vintage store that I'm gonna try to start selling at a vintage store in Denver that looks like they buy quite a bit. So I probably would not list this next time. And let's see, that's not going to work. So I will come back to this because I don't want to crunch these up. This fit the hat perfectly, but now this, I think it's going to make the hat look too crunched. Let me see if I put it under the hat. That might work, or just use it to puff the hat up. Let me show you what this is. This is what they bought on the side. This is just a Carhartt shirt in a large. It's a men's. I used to be able to get 10 to 15 on these, especially in a large, but this has sat for, I don't know, 4 months, and so I finally just took $5 for it plus shipping, so $12.75. I really don't pick up plain Carhartt anymore. I pick up the really nice canvas like duck jackets that are certain numbers that are worth some money, but I just don't really pick those up anymore. So yeah, I think even in this box, the hat's going to look like I really crammed it in there. And I have plenty of boxes, so I'm going to let this go. The price that I received on the Goorin hat was $15 plus shipping, so $23.39. And then the Carhartt shirt is $12.75 altogether. So these are going to, let's check this out. These are going to Norwalk, Connecticut, so it will cost a decent amount because I'm shipping from Wyoming. So I'm going to repackage these after I get done with the video, ship them together, give the refund, and I'll still end up with a halfway decent profit. Not too bad, but I don't think I would pick up either one of those again. And then this sold right away, like the minute I listed it, so you always wonder. This is some yarn that my son had from that huge group of yarn. There's 2 of these. This is the Eco Alpaca, and this is in the, what color? I mean, it's obviously like a black black gray. It doesn't have an actual color name. So anyway, we got $20 plus shipping, so $28.39, literally within about a day on this alpaca yarn. I'm not even quite done listing the yarn, so I've really got to get an effort. I've got a lot of the purple yarn left to list. This is going to Shelbyville, Indiana. I charged $6.99, and let's see here. This is only 7.6 ounces, so let's put 8 in there. So it's only going to cost $4.24, so we do get to keep a little bit on the shipping, so that's good. Yeah, it's still really pretty hot. It's only 59 degrees, but it's been raining a little bit, so my office is actually quite stuffy, guys. Not to mention the fact that I worked hard today, but I did sit down some today, which I hardly ever get to do. So that was weird. There were some times when there just wasn't anybody calling on the call light or whatever, so I did actually sit a little bit today. That's just very strange. I don't normally get to sit. I think it makes the day go slower, though, so that's kind of the bad part of that. All right, this is a pair of Roundtree and York shorts. This is clearance. There was a time, I think maybe even during COVID, when I was getting like $12 for these Roundtree and York shorts. I'm not even going to show them to you because the tag is not something you want to pick up. They're just cargo hiking shorts. I took $5 on them to get them out of my store. I've had these for at least 8 or 9 months. So $12.43 all in. They did sell with promoted listings, but they didn't use a coupon or anything. So I've got something in the tab there. All right, 15 ounces. I think that's the other thing too. They're just heavy enough that they're kind of expensive to ship. This is going to Goodyear, Arizona, which is great. These won't cost that much. I charged $6.99 and it's going to cost $6.22. I guess it still does just because of the weight of it, but I'm waiting on my eBay. Here we go. Or my computer, whichever it is. Really glad to get this done at night. Now I can wake up in the morning. I don't know. Depends. I'll get up at either 3 or 3:30 and I will ship whatever new orders have come in. And then I'll just have a little bit of time to myself in the morning for just a few minutes before I go hit the workday. Let's see, make sure that this is still showing okay. All right. I'm so behind on my YouTube. I know that, oh, I just thought of her name too. She just put out a video of how her warehouse people charged her $42,000 or something, Lindsay. Yeah, I wanted to watch that one. I just can't get caught up on everything. I definitely don't have time to watch videos at work. Now, if you work the night shift at like 4 in the morning when literally there just may not be anything going on and you have to stay awake, then they do allow us to do stuff like that. So I have a couple nights coming up this weekend, and so if it's really that slow, then I might be able to catch up on some of that stuff. But today I certainly didn't have time. So yeah, I'm wondering what happened with that. If any of you know, let me know how they could get away with charging her that much. This is a clearance sale, another one. This is a swimsuit here. So it's really cute. I thought it was very cute. And, you know, in the summer, I mean, no matter how many swimsuits are on eBay, you know, the demand is still really high. So I thought it was really, really cute. It's an ecruvet swimsuit, but it just never sold. I've had it for 2 summer seasons, so I finally let it go for $7.49 plus shipping, so $14.24. And I don't know, just one of them clearance items. The only thing I can tell myself when I have like 5 clearance items for $5 is that hundreds of items in between all of these did sell for halfway decent money. That's the only thing that makes me feel better. Okay, I was going to say, I thought that said 8, but all right, this is going to Wilmington, Delaware. I charged $6.75 and it's going to cost $4.31. But yeah, I've been really aggressively lowering or running a sale on this oldest of the old stuff. So let's see, I don't have a 50% off sale, but I have like a 40 something percent sale on some of this really old stuff. So that is why it's finally moving. Okay, Urban Pipeline Sweater, another brand that I very rarely pick up. There's a couple of bolos in this brand, I think, but I don't pick it up anymore. I waited a long time for this to sell. This is a large Southwestern sweater. The reason I picked it up is because I saw this really cool print on it, and I thought, well, I can get 20 bucks for that. And that just does not work for me. I know a lot of people who do style choices, and I think they just have like a 5,000 or 10,000 item store, and that does work for them. For me, I don't know why, I just can't seem to get rid of stuff like that. So I have Urban Pipeline Sweater, men's large, Southwestern gray, cotton, acrylic, Aztec, and crew for crew neck. Sat forever. I finally took $10.39 plus shipping, so $17.54. And they also used my coupon, and it sold via promoted. So, you know, I picked this up at the bins. It probably cost me like $1.50. So, you know, I might be doubling my money in the end and making like $3 or something. But I would not pick that up just based on style again. Now, in another brand, like a really collectible brand, this same sweater would have sold for a lot, but... Okay, 1 pound, 2 ounces. This is going to Astoria, New York, and I charged $9.75. It's going to cost $8.30. Okay. I took an offer. I took like an $88 offer on some yarn today. Or no, maybe I countered the offer. You know, now maybe I did. I think they wanted to give me 60 some, and we just listed it, and I know my son had said $88 plus shipping. So I think I actually countered that. So we'll see if they come back or decline it. I didn't counter it for that much. I think maybe in between the 88 and the 60 some. If it had been just my stuff, I probably would have taken it, but I tried texting him and he didn't get back with me. He was probably busy at church and everything, so I didn't know if I should take it or not. This is a Lucky Brand shirt. Now, this is a halfway decent sale. This is such a really sheer boho peasant top, but it's really, really cute with the detail on the sleeve. So if I could do this all day, I might do $15 items, but this took a while to sell. I picked this up at the bins. This did sell for $15 plus shipping, so $21.99. But again, I've had this for, well, I guess I haven't had this more than actually about a month. So that's good. That's really good. All right, this is 3.5 ounces because it's that thin, that sheer. So I'm going to round this up to 4 ounces. All right, so this is going to South St. Paul, Minnesota. I charged $6.99. It's going to cost $3.81. All right, I have another Toad & Co. item. So Jackie, who watches my channel, she'll know that she told me to pick up Toad & Co. So I have been listening. I think she told me that once before, but just this week we were also talking about it. I didn't get as much as I wanted for it, but I did get a decent amount, and I think I'll keep picking up Toad & Co. for sure. So let's go see it here. All right, so Toad & Co. shirt. This is a men's large, so I haven't had this very long. I sold it for $15 plus shipping, so $24.99. It's just a really nice flannel weight button-down shirt. So not a bad thing. I obviously paid probably closer to $2 out of the bins because this is a little bit heavy. So $2 to $15, you could make your whole life living on that if you were consistent and sold a ton and listed a ton. There's nothing wrong with $2 to $15 all day long. It's just kind of brutal. It's just a lot of work, but who is afraid of hard work anyway? All right, 1 pound, 13 ounces. This is going to Granby, Massachusetts. I charged $9.99. It's going to cost, oh, I have Ground Advantage in there. That's not going to work. I need to put this in a padded flat rate because that's what it's stored in. Okay, it's going to cost $8.30. I almost shipped that the wrong way, which I would have been paying more and then gotten in trouble for using the wrong envelope. So, oof, good thing I caught that. Must have been in a hurry when I listed it. That's for sure. All right, I think all I have to ship now, let me double check, are the 2 that need to go together. So give me 1 second. Yep, I just have 2 orders left, so I'm going to get the 2 duplicate orders going. So guys, thanks for tuning in again. It is 8:10 at night. I honestly, the problem is that I'm not that tired. I know that sounds really ridiculous since I've been up since, let's see, what time did I get up this morning? I think I got up at 3:30 this morning. So it seems crazy that at 8:10 you would not be tired, but I think sometimes you just get wound up. And so I'm going to go sit down and relax about an hour before I try to go to sleep so that I have a productive night's sleep. And then I'll get up in the morning. If I have a few sales, unless it's something really unique or something, I'm just going to go ahead and add it to the pile and get it shipped. Sorry about my appearance. You can tell I've been definitely up for whatever number of hours this is, but I'm going to be to work by 6. I will see you with another shipping video hopefully tomorrow night if I have some good sales. So I'm just hoping that my sales stay up for a Monday. Mondays can be halfway decent, and so I will see you tomorrow night with a shipping video. Have a good night, guys. Bye bye.